The hairstyle that just sold 5 million yuan worth of magazines in 5 minutes wasn't actually designed for a magazine. That's the detail rabbit news Hallyu kept circling back to while everyone else was busy counting copies sold. Here's what happened on paper. Zhang Linghe landed the July cover of Marie Claire China, styled exclusively in Gucci's Fall/Winter 2026 collection. 3 cover variants, 9 images, shot by Zhang Linghe under a theme called Light and Shadow. Within 5 minutes of the issue going on sale, it had moved past 114,000 copies and 5.72 million yuan. By the 30-minute mark, that number had climbed past 137,000 copies and nearly 6.9 million yuan. By 40 minutes, sales had crossed 7 million yuan outright, and the momentum kept building for the full 3-hour launch window. Somewhere in there, fans were also juggling 200,000 online reservation slots alongside a simultaneous rush on in-game character purchases, 2 entirely different fandoms pulling resources in the same hour. Those are the numbers everyone is reporting. They're real, they're impressive, and they're also not the interesting part. The interesting part is where that leather jacket actually came from. The look driving this entire sellout, slicked back hair, black leather, a cold, sharp silhouette, isn't a new creative direction invented for Gucci. According to the coverage around the shoot, it's a deliberate escalation of a look he wore back in February, at an esports exhibition match. Not a runway. Not a red carpet. A gaming event. That's the thread most coverage skipped past on the way to the sales chart. Sit with that for a second. A major European luxury house, working with one of China's most closely watched magazines, chose to visually anchor its cover story in a gaming aesthetic rather than inventing something disconnected from his past. That's not how high fashion normally treats a rising actor. Usually the instinct is to distance the star from anything that reads as an internet culture and reposition them as pure elegance, pure prestige. Here, the opposite happened. The gaming reference wasn't hidden. It was upgraded and put front and center. But the biggest clue isn't in the styling credits, it's in the timeline sitting just underneath them. Look at the sequence. April, his first cover, for ELLE. July, barely 3 months later, his second cover among the 5 major women's fashion titles, and the first Gucci-designed Marie Claire cover to feature a male artist in roughly a decade. Before any of that, he had already worked through the top men's titles, Harper's Bazaar Men, Another Man, to the point where, as the coverage puts it, his men's magazine footprint is basically complete. Meaning, by the time Gucci picked him for this cover, his image had already been tested across gaming, across menswear editorial, and across a hit drama that's been credited with expanding his international fanbase this year. The Marie Claire cover isn't the beginning of an image. It's the point where several separate images converge into one. That reads less like a single magazine booking and more like a calculated rollout, an artist whose team has been building distinct, testable versions of him across different audiences, then handing the highest value placement to the version that's proven it can move numbers. We can't confirm the agency's internal reasoning, since that isn't part of the public record here. But the pattern of escalation, gaming exhibition, men's editorial, women's editorial, now an exclusive luxury cover, is difficult to read as coincidence. There's a second layer worth pulling on, and it's less about strategy and more about the artist himself. In the interview tied to this issue, Zhang Linghe talked about his 7th year acting, describing an attitude of stepping out without regret, and said his growth has effectively been marked film by film. He also mentioned that picking up photography changed how he approaches performance, that understanding composition and where a body sits in a frame helped him read what a director actually wants faster. And in the same conversation, he moved between his birth name, Zhang Jiawei, and his stage name, Zhang Linghe, describing it as an ongoing exploration rather than a settled identity. Taken together, that's an artist who talks about his public image the way a director talks about blocking a scene, deliberately, and with an awareness of how each piece is being watched. Whether that's personal reflection or a well-rehearsed talking point, the source material doesn't say. What it does show is a consistent theme, control over how each version of himself gets presented. Then there's the fan behavior, which is its own story. Managing 200,000 reservation slots while also driving a simultaneous game-related purchase spike isn't a small coordination task. It suggests an international fanbase that's organized across at least 2 separate platforms and willing to split attention and spending between a print product and a digital one, in the same narrow window. That kind of split but synchronized mobilization is usually what brands are actually buying when they book a cover like this, not just the actor's face, but the proven ability of his fanbase to convert attention into transactions on command. Which brings us to the part that actually matters beyond this one cover. If a gaming exhibition look can be consciously escalated into an exclusive Gucci Marie Claire placement, and if that placement lands on an artist whose men's magazine coverage was already complete before his women's magazine run even started, that's not really a story about one actor having a good year. It reads more like evidence of how luxury brands are currently building their ambassador rosters, not around a single vertical like acting or modeling, but around artists who've already proven they can move multiple, unrelated fan communities at once. Gaming audiences. Drama audiences. Fashion audiences. Each one activated separately, then all pointed at the same 5-minute sales window. That's a meaningfully different model from the traditional cast the biggest stars approach to magazine covers. It suggests brands are increasingly treating cross-vertical fandom, not just fame, as the actual asset being licensed. If that reading holds up, expect to see more crossover styling choices like this one, deliberate callbacks to gaming, sports, or online subcultures showing up in what used to be exclusively high-fashion territory, because the audience math works better that way. None of this means the story is somehow hidden or secret. The sales numbers are public. The interview is public. The February exhibition look is public. What's missing isn't information, it's the connective read between those 3 things, which is exactly the kind of gap that gets lost when a story is reported purely as magazine sells out in 5 minutes. We can say with confidence that the numbers are real and the timeline checks out. What we can't say, and won't pretend to know, is the exact internal reasoning behind the styling or the booking. That part stays in the territory of informed interpretation, not confirmed fact. Which is, honestly, where the more interesting stories in this industry usually live. If you like entertainment coverage that goes past the headline, the kind that catches the quiet signal most reporting skips over, Rabbit News Hallyu is built exactly for that. Subscribe if you want analysis, not just news.